Doctor Doom. The name itself carries weight. A man so brilliant, so dangerous that even gods hesitate when he enters the battlefield. This is no ordinary villain. This is the man who's outsmarted cosmic beings, stolen the powers of gods, and reshaped entire universes in his own image. But here's the question. What happens when Doom faces not just one, but some of the greatest icons in Marvel history? Thor, Loki, Doctor Strange, and a mysterious legend. Yes, a character so important, so defining, that many call him the very heart of Marvel itself. But we'll get to him later. First, let's break it down. Can Doom really hold his ground against gods, sorcerers, and legends? Or would even the great Victor Von Doom finally meet his match? Stick around because the answer might just blow your mind. Before we throw him into battle, you need to understand something. Doom is not just a man in a mask. He's the perfect storm of science, sorcery, and sheer willpower. On the intellectual level, he stands shoulder to shoulder with Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and Hank Pym. On the mystical level, he's rivaled the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Doctor Strange. On the battlefield, his armor is a fusion of technology and sorcery, making him nearly untouchable. And Doom doesn't just settle for victory, he rewrites the rules. He's wielded the Infinity Gauntlet, he's stolen the Silver Surfer's cosmic power. He's even risen to become God Emperor Doom, reshaping the Marvel multiverse itself during Secret Wars. So let me ask you this. If Doom has crushed gods, tamed cosmic forces, and rewritten reality, what chance do even Marvel's greatest heroes have? Thor vs. Doom. The god of thunder meets his equal, the hammer-wielding god of thunder, the warrior who's battled giants, celestials, and even survived the end of worlds. With Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, he channels storms, lightning, and sheer godlike might. On paper, this sounds like the perfect counter to Doom's tyranny, a god's strength versus a man's ambition. But Doom is never just a man. Doom's armor is layered with mystical wards capable of redirecting lightning itself. His force fields can withstand blows from Hulk-level beings, and let's not forget, this is the same Doom who once stole Odin's power, declaring himself the All-Father of Asgard. So Thor's strength, his storms, his fury, Doom has counters for all of it. Could Thor smash Doom to the ground with raw power? Absolutely. Could Doom twist that power, drain it, or weaponize it against him? Even more likely. And that brings us to the first hook. Against Doom, strength is never enough. Loki vs. Doom, the trickster's gamble. If raw power won't work, maybe trickery will. Enter Loki, the god of mischief, the silver tongue, the manipulator, the sorcerer who can twist reality itself with illusions, shape-shifting, and schemes. If anyone could find a weakness in Doom, it would be Loki, right? But here's the problem. Doom has studied under Morgan Le Fay. He's mastered spells that Loki himself fears. He's battled demons, outwitted Mephisto, and nearly stolen the title of Sorcerer Supreme from Doctor Strange. Loki's illusions might confuse armies. They might trick gods. But Doom's mind is a fortress. His sorcery pierces deception. His intellect dissects lies before they're even spoken. Now, could Loki still play the long game? Yes, if Loki could manipulate events from the shadows, subtly influencing Doom's decisions, maybe he could turn the tide. But face to face, trickery falls apart. Doom doesn't just beat you in battle, he breaks your will, and that leaves Loki standing where Thor stood before him. Powerful, dangerous, cunning, but not enough. The Sorcerer Supreme versus Doom. If brute strength fails, and trickery fails, what about pure mastery of the mystic arts? This is where Dr. Stephen Strange enters the battle. The Sorcerer Supreme, the man who's faced Dormammu, bargained with cosmic entities, and wielded artifacts like the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation. Strange isn't just another hero, he's Marvel's ultimate defense against magical threats. Now, here's where things get insane. Doom isn't just Strange's rival, he's Strange's dark reflection. Both are masters of magic. Both are brilliant minds. But where Strange seeks knowledge for protection, Doom seeks it for control. And historically, Doom has gone toe-to-toe with Strange in magical duels that shake dimensions. Sometimes Strange wins, sometimes Doom nearly dethrones him. Picture this. Thor unleashes lightning, Loki weaves illusions, and Strange bends reality with spells. Yet in the middle of it all, Doom calmly raises a hand, chanting in forgotten tongues, his armor glowing with both science and sorcery. Who wins this clash? Honestly, it could go either way. Doom's mastery of both science and magic makes him unpredictable. Strange might outcast him, but Doom could fuse a spell with raw technology, creating something even Strange has never seen before. So here we are. Thor can't overpower him. Loki can't trick him. Strange can't consistently out-magic him, which brings us to the legend. The Marvel legend teased. So far, Doom has walked through gods, tricksters, and sorcerers. But there's one more player, one more name, one more hero who changes everything. This isn't a god. This isn't a sorcerer. This isn't even a ruler of realms. This is a man who built himself into a legend. He has no powers, no mystic gifts, no divine heritage. And yet, he stood shoulder to shoulder with gods and never backed down. The fans call him the heart of Marvel. The universe calls him a genius. The villains call him dangerous. And Doom calls him an equal. But hold on, we're not ready to reveal him just yet, because before this legend steps forward, you need to understand something about Doom. Doom's greatest weapon, the mind. Here's the thing, Doom doesn't always win because of magic or strength. He wins because of his mind. He's the ultimate strategist. He's the chess master of Marvel. Every fight, every move, every gesture, calculated. He can tempt Loki into betrayal. He can manipulate Thor's temper. He can counter Strange's spells. And if this final legend steps into battle unprepared, Doom will crush him like the others. But here's the twist. This legend doesn't need to be stronger. He doesn't need to be more magical. All he needs is to think one step ahead. Iron Man versus Doom. And that's when the legend steps into the light. Tony Stark, Iron Man, the man who built armor for every battlefield. The man who stared down gods and aliens and said, I can do this all day because I've already built the suit for it. Now Doom is Tony. If Tony had chosen sorcery instead of heroism, they're mirrors of each other. Both geniuses, both armored, both relentless. But here's where it gets wild. In a surprise encounter, Doom annihilates Iron Man. Doom's armor is enchanted, his tech is years ahead, his sorcery untouchable. Tony would lose, but give Iron Man time, just a little prep, and suddenly things shift. Because Tony Stark doesn't just fight with armor, he fights with invention, with adaptation, with evolution. Doom fuses science and magic, but so can Tony, if he pushes himself beyond his limits. Imagine Iron Man in a custom-built anti-Doom armor, designed to absorb magic, counter sorcery, and predict Doom's strategies with AI precision. The ultimate clash of science versus sorcery. And this is the only scenario, the only one, where Doom might finally face defeat. The team battle. Gods, sorcerers, and legends. Now let's put it all together. Thor's storms, Loki's mischief, Strange's sorcery, Iron Man's genius. Four forces colliding against the might of Doom. On paper, it looks unstoppable. Thor pounds him with lightning. Strange traps him in dimensional binds. Loki stabs from the shadows. Tony launches missiles charged with mystic energy. But Doom's greatest weapon? Division. He could tempt Loki into betraying the team. He could turn Thor's temper against Strange. He could hack into Iron Man's armor mid-battle. It would take absolute unity, absolute trust for these four to win. And that's the real challenge. Because Doom has proven time and again, even gods can fall before him. So, Horley wins? Thor has the power to crush Doom, but Doom has the sorcery to counter it. Loki has the cunning, but Doom has the intellect to unravel it. Strange has the magic, but Doom has the tech to twist it. Iron Man has the brains, but Doom is his darkest reflection. Alone, they fall. Together, they stand a chance. But the truth? Doom's victories are legendary for a reason. Time and time again, he proves that no matter how powerful his opponents are, he will find a way to rise above them. That's why Victor Von Doom isn't just a villain. He's one of the most feared names in all of Marvel. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, if you love Marvel battles, secrets, and epic face-offs, hit subscribe. Because here at Gravity of Frame, we don't just watch heroes fight, we uncover the very mysteries of cinema every single week.